look. It's the old bridge. I might have meant there was something over there. Woo! Even the new bridge doesn't look that new. Let's go look at the old one. Don't worry, we're allowed to be here. Dirt top bridge. Trees falling on it. Uncarved stone. Creek bed. Huh. An old stone bridge. That hasn't been used since they made the new one. And look at the new one. And this is an old road. So, yeah. Not so new. The big old pieces of this one falling down into the creek. There's more of it there. Big old squares. Here, let's step around. Whew, we're getting wet. Big flat field. There's the actual entrance in. We just kind of climbed in sideways. Well, when I climb down into a creek and I don't see a lot of colors, one of the things that my brain wants to do is then look for things that might be stuck in the sediments. So we go into fossil mode. We start looking for anything with any organic shape. I'll let you know. Strangeness. And I never know. People who recognize certain bits and pieces might be like, you're surrounded by fossils right now. I have to spot something that I recognize. I watch fossil hunters all the time online on YouTube, and you know, when they're like at first be like, this is a blah blah blah, and I can't see it at all, and then as they chip it out and it emerges, it's mind-blowing. So something like that, you know, that's an obvious. I'm feeling like it's something else stuck in another rock, but is it just another rock? So that is what it's ended up being. And I'll go ahead and save it. I won't toss it right down. Could be a squished out something. But it could also just been a piece of mud that rolled and kind of snowballed and made its own mudstone. And then had even stuff poured over it and set up separate, just like when you make happy face pancakes. Could be something though. I would grab up an obvious something if I saw it, but there's people like that have the knack for spotting just the tiniest piece sticking out, or recognizing a vertebrae when they were holding it, you know. Cool looking rocks, no matter what. mudstone. This one's kind of cool. I know it's just kind of a sedimentary mudstone, but I think that we will take it and slice it, see what it looks like. Or put it in the pile to be. Wow. That is some, that might actually be, oh, it's so heavy, it's so dark. It's definitely got a conglomerate on top of it. You can see all the little rounded pebbles all stuck together. But what's definitely something hard and heavy and black that came out of a volcano. Lots of layer stones here. What are here? Sort of bubbly wobbly. Don't turn me back to the lake. Well, it's this dim a light, but I'm just getting some, looks like dragons. Blood. It's green and red mixed together. And some other cool looking stuff I can't really see in the light here. So I'm going to gather them. Kind of almost by feel. I'm going to look at them at home under lamplight because it was just kind of a rainy day anyhow. And it stopped raining right at the end. See, we're down on a clay layer here. That's actually blue clay. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, we'll go ahead and bring some of that home because we're right by the truck. And I'm curious as to what it all looks like. I mean, some of it's obvious, but these big smooth. What's that? Oh, it's a chunk of crazy serpentine. That's a big chunk of jasper. But we just hauled home a boulder of fire, so. That looks like it might be a green stone, but it could be gray. It's hard to tell. We're keeping an eye on the lake too. This is a old town that they flooded in the 50s. So, a little spooky to be on the shores of it at night by yourself, but I am a fishing person, so I've sat here all through the night trying to bait big, deep, dark things out of the water. These are all things coming right out of the clay. These are actually pretty cool. I'm glad that we found this. This is what I was talking about. So the clay will roll on the bottom underwater, and it will pack into little snowballs. You know how when a snowball rolls it gets bigger and bigger? And then they get stuck in layers of other clay and kind of fossilize a little bit. And these are the ones that people look for the most, is a double like that, because they look really cool when you clean them up. This is a whole bank of them. They become rare in other spots where everybody knew about them, and then they would go collect them all the time. And that happens. Weird noises from behind. Don't get too distracted. But yeah, these are a Cache Creek anomaly that's occurring on the other side of the mountains here. They actually aren't that common. I see where there might have been some others. Here's one here. You see coming out of the mud. It's actually broken off on that end. It might have been a double. Here's a little one. And no, can't get that one out right now. There's a bigger one. These can also have things in them, I suppose, but yeah, those are bigger. The little ones are more desirable. There's one that broke loose already. They just end up looking cool. And maybe we will slice a couple in half. I'm gonna leave the rest because when I was a kid and I found these, I always thought they were awesome. And they are. So I ran into an old guy who was collecting, older than me. It was collecting rocks on Cache Creek, and he's the one that pointed these out. These were one of his favorite things to collect. Oh yeah, there's more. Okay. Well, maybe we'll revisit this in the daylight. Let's go back and look at what we got. Underneath some regular light. Sound like a plan. I will meet you there. Yeah, these concretions too could have all kinds of things stuck in them. We will be back. If it's meant to be. It's getting near dark. Too dark to see.